And so, come here, okay? So we're gonna just do like this, okay? Alright, so now relax into your normal posture.
Okay.
And we're gonna just run through this again, okay?
Tucker method posture.
So here we have a kyphotic curve, right? Your chest is down. So your sternum is down and then we're real hollow here.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
But then you're tight here. You don't have an excessive arch or pelvic tilt, which is really good because we have a tight tummy. So it's only right here from the ribs up, really, okay?
Okay.
So this here, we have a little bit of a what's called scapular dyskinesis, which means that the shoulder blades are separating.
Okay.
Usually this comes from these muscles here, right? Sensitive, right?
Yeah.
So when it's sensitive or ticklish or anything like that, usually that means that we need to break that down and desensitize that and allow it to let go, right?
Okay.
So a lot of times it's just like holding on real tight and it doesn't want to fucking let go.
Right.
So that muscle right there is kind of an oblique, but it's way up in the armpit.
Okay.
And it's called the serratus anterior. Okay? And it protracts the shoulder, so it pushes your shoulder forward, right? It doesn't rotate, right? So the rotation in actually comes from your lats. Rotation out comes from your rotator cuff here. Okay? So to flatten it back out, we don't pull together so much, but we rotate. And so here, we rotate, don't have to pinch together, just rotate this way, right? And then relax down. And then now you got this nice V shape right here and your back is really flat. Okay. Now, don't lift your head, but pull your head straight back. Yeah, so tuck your chin and pull your head like you want your head to sit behind you over here. Okay, so that's gonna tense up all through your lower traps and pull all this tight. And then lift the chest like you're trying to puff up just a little bit. And because your core tight, you're not overarching. That's really good. So pull and lift this up. Okay, and again, pull in and up to lift the rib cage up and open versus crunching down. Okay, so these are all things that are gonna go. So from this, we can tell we have weakness in the back, upper back. Tightness here in the chest, and I can see that the tightness and alterations in your body are actually having some dysmorphia in the alignment of your bones, right? See how the rib here pushes out a lot more than on this side. Can build the mass over that to make it look real even. It's not even a problem, right? And then exercising the chest is going to bring this a little tighter and lift this up from underneath. So, but when you're doing your abs, don't crunch down. Pull in and push the ribs up. Push the ribs up. Lift, yes, right there. So you feel tension down here and right in here. So pull up and in and tight here. Okay?
And turn around.
Yeah. So go ahead and face the camera there. So you got that side view. So now from the front, right? So remember when we first started, this one looked kind of hunched, right?
Yeah.
So that's because we're internally rotated too much this way. So when we rotate out, right? This way, yeah, you see, you feel that little, little change all the way down in here, right?
I feel it.
So rotate, 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 not clench, 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 right? So when you clench, that's when we start changing the angle of your spine here. Okay, so don't try to pull in. Really, really rotate and open the chest. Okay. Open the chest. Try to open this as wide as you can. Right? A lot of our problems come from trying to fucking make ourselves too small in our society because we don't want to fucking offend other people, right? Open that shit up and try to make room because I'm fucking here.
There you go.
You know? Alright, and then the other thing with the abs, like I said, don't crunch down, because that's a habit, right, for us to kind of crunch down and flex in.
Yeah.
We got to learn how to keep our rib cage flat and just pull in as if you're trying to pull your belly button to your spine, right? So pull in tight and then lift your chest up hella hard. See, we're coming in. So open and up from here. Lift. So yeah, so we gotta work on your back extension.
Okay.
Okay? Open that shit up. So, but the more you start working out and having proper form and control of your body, all this shit will just start evening out. All your restrictions will start to balance out. That's the first thing when we start working out, is looking at correcting some of the imbalances.
How I'm formed.
And then once there's balance and symmetry there, and you have control over that range, then everything starts to feel.
Because you see many types where it's like some of them are not even like this, is way different, and this body's way different. So
Yeah.
So
Therein we're talking about, right? So your goal.
Yeah.
Right? So lots of guys have different goals. It's, I just want to be fit because I want to be healthy, and it doesn't really matter what we do to get there. Right. Then you have the aesthetic quality, like bodybuilders, right? Mm-hmm. We want to look good, so that requires a certain amount of symmetry in development and mostly going for size. Okay. Right? We want to be as big as we can.
Right.
And showy and all that, right? And then you have guys that just want to be strong and don't give a fuck really what they look like, right? Which is more of like the power lifter kind of guy.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. I just want to set a new PR every day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you have like not powerlifting, Olympic lifting.
Okay.
Which is actually what I would consider a power movement versus a strength movement, right? So a strength movement for powerlifting is like a heavy squat.
Okay.
Okay. A power movement in Olympic lifting, it's kind of conflicting the names, right?
Yeah.
It's like a snatch or a clean, something where you have to remove the weight fast, right? Okay. So I gotta, a deadlift, I'm just picking up the weight, but on a clean, like I gotta move it fast enough for me to get this motherfucker up here, and then I gotta figure out how to get it up over here, right?
Yeah,
so like, you gotta get it not just off the ground, but fucking move it, right? So that requires a little more mechanics and control, and so that's a little more advanced, right? So we usually start with some foundational work, like correcting the postures and stuff like that, and then we move into some foundational strength, endurance, balance kind of shit. When you can really control your body well, then like I said, you can go into any of those other kind of branches, but that's usually the foundation is like for anyone.
Okay.
Right? And then so you get that under control, and then you can go for like, I want to look good, like you mentioned your girl, like maybe she's like, I want thick legs and an ass, and fuck the rest, right? Like, she could say, man, I really actually want to compete in bodybuilding and do swimsuits, which means I gotta focus on my shoulders a little bit more, whatever.
I want to compete.
Right?
What's that 175K challenge? What's that? Is that through that app?
Yeah. So we run them all the time, right?
You win?
So,
people win?
Yeah, people win all the time.
Oh.
Right? But I mean, we're all over, right? So it's not like just my clients.
So you help them.
So I'm your coach. I'm your advisor through their program.
So
that's the brand of supplements that I trust and use myself. Okay. So anything that you need or want, like I'll send you a direct link for this shit. You can get what you want.
Okay.
If you have questions about anything, let me know.
Okay.
Just always like the guarantees are just fucking ridiculous, man. Like you can return it because you don't like the flavor, and they'll just return it or exchange it or whatever.
Yeah,
man. But like it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all hella good.
There's mass gainers and all that there.
Yeah, so so and that's the other thing, right? So I'm a sports nutrition coach, right? So I'm gonna look at your nutrition and make sure that you're getting enough calories in and how many calories, right? And so oftentimes we'll set you up in the app, and you plug in your goals and all that, and it's gonna spit you out a recommendation. and that recommendation of food intake is going to be so many calories and so much protein and carbs and fats and all that stuff, right? But I shit you not, almost every single person that I work with, I have to make adjustments to that. But what's important with our method and how to be able to do that is that you track the shit, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta track your food.
Yeah.
And you gotta track your weight and your workouts, right? So my method's really kind of crazy when it comes to nutrition.
Yeah.
And it's very accurate and it's very on point. Like, you don't have to wait months to see whether or not you're fucking losing weight or gaining weight or whatever. For me, it's like a period of a couple weeks where we're already making adjustments because it's just the formula doesn't fit your body.
Because you're going straight to the for the kill.
Yeah. So for you, I want you to get on the app. Okay.
I'm on the app. I paid for that.
Did you today? Okay.
Well, last time, the first day you told me.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let me look at my shit, cause if not, I'm gonna. Oh, that's you. Where's my shit? Here it is. Sorry, cause I didn't see you on there, so we might have to get you switched over. So it's this first format, right? Come up on here. Let me see.
Is it first form?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it here. Got a chat.
Okay. Did you yeah, so okay, so you're I don't know why. They just assign you to this person?
I don't know why.
My advisor, here we go. Okay, so Casey.
Who's that?
So yeah, exactly. So we wanna drop her and we're gonna train with me.
Oh, nice, you're on there.
With this,
Oh, these are the incline ones when you do squats and stuff.
yeah. Boom. Okay, so here you go, right? So here I am.
Jason's on
We're
there.
gonna reassign you to me.
Join.
Join Jason's team right there. Okay? So there you go. Okay, so now you can send me a message, do all this shit right through here, okay? So while I got you here, we're gonna set you up with a program.
Okay.
You're at a gym?
24 hours.
24 hours. Okay, so you have access to a gym.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna set you up. So here we're looking at gaining food. Let's see here, settings, my profile. This is on you. You're 5'11", 180.
You have a scale here?
So your goal weight is a 180.
What do you think?
How much do you weigh?
About 159, 160 right now.
You're 5'11".
Oh, yeah.
You want to be buff?
Yeah.
Let's do 200 pounds.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Serious, bro. Like, I mean,
Let's do it.
if you want to go there, let's go there, right? Okay. Okay.
Yep,
There,
alright.
contact info. You want to gain
Yeah,
weight,
let's do
right?
it.
And so I see potential, right? So how old are you?
33.
33.
I look
So
young.
you're still young, but you're at that time where you gotta learn how to train differently anyway. So it's actually a good place for you to start.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a friend, he does all these bodybuilding stuff, and he said, you got the arms. You got long arms, so.
So yeah, if you want to go back in here and just kind of go into the menu section and go back in here and just kind of look at all these things. So contact info, you can like update that on your own. Here I'm gonna put you in here, macro calorie counting, remaining calories both, gain lean muscle. Yes. Very active, good. So your calories is gonna be fucking up there. Activities.
It has good
Okay, so
calories.
here activities. So we're gonna do fit to perform minimal equipment bench, deadlift, overhead press, squat. Great. Okay. This is what we want to do right here. Okay. And if you come in here too, you can like attach like a step counter thing. It's got like a digital watch or something that does that kind of shit. You can all like do all that here. Okay. Reminders. Every week, do your assessment, your photos, weigh-ins, workout reminders. What time do you work out normally? What
Like
time?
around 6, 5 in the afternoon, 5, 6.
At night?
In the evening, yeah.
Okay. So, boom. Let's set that for 4 o'clock. Remind your ass to wake up. Go to the gym. We do that. And then password, referrals, announcements. Okay, so in the announcement section here, these are all going to be from her because she was on there from me before. But when I send shit out, you'll get a little notification here that says you have another announcement or chat or something. Right, so the chat's here. If I send you something, okay. Your advisor, we did that. So take assessment, live streaming. Okay, so that's pretty good for the setup. Okay, so here we're gonna go on your dashboard in the beginning, so you can edit this shit if you want to change it. Okay, but these are your daily stuff. We're gonna track all your macros, which is your food. Right, you're doing that little nutrition tab right there. Drink 120 ounces or more water. You're already doing that now, so we want to keep that up. Sleep at least 7 hours. Get your 10,000 steps a day in, and hit your protein goal. Okay, so they'll just check that out. So when you do it, say yeah, okay, fuck it, I track my macros. Boom. What is this? Selecting your shit. We already did this. No. Okay, so here you drink your water. Just hit it and you check that off. Your steps, good 7 hours. You got your 10,000 steps in, and you hit your protein goal, and it'll say, okay, good job.
Okay.
Good for you. Okay. So same thing here. So once a week, I want you to do your assessment. Okay. So here to say, okay, like take your photos, whatever. Body matrices are measurements. So we'll do some measurements and make sure. Before we really get started to see like just how big you are, so we can compare. Track your nutrition, alright, all this. Do your workout, okay? Refer a friend if you want to refer a friend.
Okay.
I think there's like little referral bonuses or whatever.
Okay.
Just whatever. But down here underneath there's the food, right? So this is your nutrition for today. You can go down here to nutrition and just add it in that way. You can say add in some food here. But this is going to be kind of just like a quick look at what you're doing already for the day.
Okay.
Okay, what you've already put in. Here, this is for your steps, step count. So all this here, this section here where it says learn more, all this shit is live streams that we've done, educational stuff about all kinds of shit. Macronutrients, goal setting, just being in the right mindset. Remember, it's not about just you. You're not on this journey alone, bro. Like everybody's trying to do this shit.
Yeah.
Right? And we all have little nuances on what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we're a community. Everybody's there to support each other and answer questions and motivate you and all that kind of shit. So if we decide, okay, we're gonna do this thing. It's just, so these are usually in the morning, right? We have them real early in the morning. They're in Central Time, so they're fucking done with this shit way before we're up and ready. But it's a live stream, so and then this is a recording. You can go in and see like all the fucking comments and questions and shit, and then watch the actual thing. And it's just, we're just having a conversation about this shit. Maybe it's a product that we're talking about, maybe it's just protein in general or whatever, right? But it's to provide you education. It's all in this thing, like with the app. So like you actually get a lot. Okay? So then here we go to the activity. And the activities are your workouts. Okay? So if it's a day you're with me, we're gonna hit custom. and we're gonna do the workout, right? And get past all this introductory shit. Okay, so before and after every workout, there's a little survey. How's your energy? When did you last eat? You know, how's your energy feel after your workout?
Okay.
Shit, general shit like that, right? So, and then here we do, okay, today we did assessments, boom, okay, and then you can say, okay, fuck it, completed, dues paid, take your post-workout survey, and when you go back to this page, it'll hit that little check mark, today you did your shit, bam. Okay? On the day you're not with me, you're gonna go into this, and then you can say, okay, fucking bench press day, which is good, because I benched today anyway, this is our fucking program. So you do the barbell bench press, dumbbell press, cable flies. I tell you what to do all at the gym. You hit this little graph marker right there. It'll give you an option here to input your reps and weights and everything. If you don't understand what it's asking for, hit the little I, and it's got a description and a video of what to do for the workout, right? So boom, and it'll show you this is a fucking bench press, right? I mean, so, and then if you have specifics on form, or man, you know, when I'm benching, I feel it in my shoulder, not my chest, or shit like that. That's stuff that we work on here in person, right?
Okay.
So that you can take these things and apply it to any workout.
Okay.
Right? So Tucker Method is not a program.
Yeah.
It's a set of rules for engagement that ensure that one, your joints are protected, two, that you're having the proper form and control over your body to maximize the stimulus that your muscles are getting while minimizing joint irritation. This is going to be the best thing for longevity, right?
Because eventually, like, if people that work out, they damage their joints and all that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so, and here, that's basically it. If you have any other questions, we can go over it. But yes, people work out, they hit a plateau,
right,
or they get injured. And I hear a lot. I heard my back doing squats. I heard my back doing a deadlift. I heard my knee doing box jumps, whatever, right? And my only answer to them is, no, you didn't. You heard it doing it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Either with the incorrect intention, because I'm just trying to bang out reps and not paying attention to controlling my body.
Right.
My form was off, so I loaded the lift incorrectly, put myself in danger. I lifted too heavy for me to be able to control myself. Again, it's about self-control.
Right.
If you can't control it, to make sure that stimulus is hitting the muscle and not just acting in a way like powerlifting competitions, man, fuck it, it's competition, it's time.
Right.
You're gonna do whatever the fuck you gotta do to get that fucking weight up.
Yeah.
But when you're training, don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Train yourself to, when it gets hard, to tighten down that form more.
Okay.
Not get looser with it. Because that's not the answer to actually getting the weight up. The form is there because it's an efficient way of lifting the weight. So if you go outside of that form, you're compensating, but you're also putting yourself at risk. Then you get fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because when I do things, I grab this. And I go like this, and then when I squat, when you look to the side over there, I don't let these knees pass my toes.
Why?
Is that good or bad?
Well, I'm asking you why.
Because
why do you do that?
Because from when I heard people, I don't know why, the reason why, but they say that's not you don't want to let your knees pass your toes. From what I heard.
Okay, so I'll tell you, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
If your knees pass your toes. What matters is that we're not flexing the lumbar spine.
Now I'm getting a cramp right here. See?
In the shoulder.
Yeah.
Because you're stretching this way, but you're rotated in, right? So grab the bar again.
Let me see.
But instead of pulling it forward like this, rotate your shoulders out and push your sternum towards me.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. Now roll out. Especially on this side. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had it off. Okay. We're gonna train the fuck out of that. Okay? Yeah. So here you've got a big chest. Right? Slow down. I want you to go slow, like you're doing slow motion all the way down. Okay, so here we're arching our back. Okay? So now, your mentality is keeping your chest up and staying up as much as you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we gotta get out of that fucking thought pattern here. Okay? So right here, I want you to squeeze your butt down a little bit. Like this, like you're trying to tuck it. Okay? And so keep this crunched and lift that chest right there. Now, when you come down, I want you to focus on right here. Just hinge right here, don't arch. So as you come down, if you're gonna angle at the hips, let your fucking chest come down. Don't try and keep it up like this.
Like that?
Slower. Yes, so right there you can see your back is actually straight. Boom. Now right there, stand up all the way. Squeeze your hips forward. Yes. Now you feel that tightness in the hip?
Yeah.
That's the finish of a squat. Squeeze your ass hard and feel that stretch in your hip. Okay? Unlock slower. Slow. Okay? Now your squat is not technically a squat because we're not getting deep enough. Okay? So here's the other thing. We're gonna take, let's just do this without the bar for a second. Okay? So just stand right in there. You're good. So your feet width, I want your heels to be planted about shoulder width. Okay? And then take your shoes off. Part of the biggest problem that I see with most people is that they have falling arches and they don't know how to grab the ground with their fucking toes. Okay? So real quick, I'm just gonna look at your feet. Okay? So we have a little bit of puffiness here. Right? Pull this up a little bit. Okay. And your shin runs this way a bit. So we're falling in here. Okay? So one of the things that we have to practice is rolling this way. And you see how now the arch is lifted. And now we're going to not move the ankle, but we're going to squeeze the ball of your foot down. So that's hard, right? So keep this up and push this down. This maintains a strong arch and doesn't allow for your knees to cave in. Okay? When we pull in, your arches collapse and your back arches. Okay? So if we look at this, right? So if I pull my legs together, my femur rotates this way and my low back arches this way. So when we squat, we gotta not pull in, but rather turn out. Okay? So if we're turning out, our arch is gonna be up. We're squeezing the ground with our foot. And because we're already kind of rotating this out, the second we break the knee, you see they're pointing out.
Yeah.
Not straight and not in. Okay? They're already pointing out. And so here, when we unlock here, you see my hips. Both of those are perfectly fine. What's not fine is this.
Okay.
I'm shoving my ass out by arching.
Okay. So you just go like that, down.
So I want to keep this shit tight and angle at the hips. And then squat between my fucking knees, not here. Here. Think about picking up a package from the floor between your legs. Okay. Let your hips go back a little bit more. And keep your chest up. Okay? Right there. Okay. Now go to the bottom real slow, real slow. Keep going, keep going. Right there, stop. Chest up. Push your knees out. Now you see how you just got deeper with your hips without having it round.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you feel that shit inside your thigh, right? Because we're stretching. So you're going to feel it light up all the way from your knee all the way to your hip and stretch inside the groin here.
Oh yeah, right there.
Okay? That's a proper squat. So go down into that again and hold it. A little bit more deep. Okay, chest up. Okay, now right now I want you to push your knees out really hard.
Push them out like that?
Push them out, yep, push them out hella hard. Don't turn your feet out. Leave your feet where they're at. Push your knees out. Just the knees. Put your feet in more. Boom. Push your knees out.
Yeah.
So you have you have tibial rotation. Okay? So here's the deal. So there's another issue that we're gonna have to work on moving forward, okay?
Yeah.
So we have a tibial rotation, which means that your foot is out and your knee is twisted this way. We want your knee to twist out and be your femur to be in the same alignment as your feet. So this way, I don't give a fuck if your knees go forward past your knee.
Yeah.
As long as your foot is down, your heel should be down, and your knee is somewhere on top of your fucking foot. Right? I don't care if it's this way or this way. But if we go too far in, it's fucked up. And if we push too far out, it's going to be fucked up.
Yeah.
So this knee traction this way has to be on top of your foot, between the ball of your foot and your pinky toe. Okay? So any kind of tension this direction is just to keep it on top of your foot. Stacked, like scaffolding.
Okay.
Okay? So keeping this on top. But what we don't want to see is this kind of rotation, which is also going to push your arches down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to work on pulling in and rotating out as much as possible to correct that. I'll send you a link, a YouTube link for how to work that in your foot.
Okay.
Right? So a lot of that's going to be based in the foot. You're pulling in this way and you're doing a lot of work from the ankle down without moving the rest of your leg, which can be really hard. So it's going to take some practice. Okay? So, but that's part of what's going on with that. So, you feel rested? You okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to go in a little wide. So then what I want you to do is I want you to keep your feet as straight as possible.
So like.
And then turn like you're trying to corkscrew this shit into the ground. So tense from the hips and rotate this way. You see how it lifts that arch? Yeah. Right there. Now we're going to kick into this squat. Boom. Okay, now hold it at the bottom. Okay. Now push your knees out really hard. Really hard? Yes. Now we hit it right there, right? Yep. Okay. Now you're going to grab the ground with your feet and try to push it apart. And then you're going to feel it more in the hip. Yeah. So now with your hands, with your feet, push it apart. Yeah. You see it kind of lifted you a little bit, right? So chest up. Rotate those shoulders out like we were practicing. Boom. Now squeeze your tummy. Yeah, do that. Right? Now squeeze your tummy really hard and come up out of the squat.
Shit.
So, all kinds of new tensions you never knew existed, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, this is how Tucker method does the squat. So, all these different things, all these different little corrections. Yeah. But like I said, it's with the goal of maximally stimulating all those muscles and having control over your range and your joints so that nothing ends up in a position where it's hurt. I have a lot of clients that like, I can't move this way. I said, well, because you're doing this. I can't move that way either. But the second I do this, I got all this extra range. Most of the time we have pain or restricted range, it's not because of tightness in the muscle, it's because you're just in the wrong fucking position.
Right. Because one time I picked up the weight, and then next thing you know, right here, it was like, oh fuck, it hurt. But I didn't break my back, it's the muscle.
Yeah.
And I was like,
felt that little sharp pull right there, right?
I couldn't sleep. When I woke up, I was just I was just like, oh shit, I can't even
shortness of breath. Because that expansion in the rib cage is what's like kind of made it tight. Yeah. So this is your lower trapezius.
Yeah.
And then so what happened was when you lifted.
Yeah.
You weren't lifting with your arm. It was too heavy, and you arched your back. Oh. And that taxed that muscle right here, because it goes all the way along the spine and it arches your back. So if it's too heavy, and I can't actually just do this, and I gotta do this, guess what? All this just came from my back.
Okay.
No point. That just means it's too heavy for you.
How do you sleep usually?
How do I sleep?
Straight or how?
On my back, on my side, on fucking whatever, right?
Okay. There's no.
Whatever is gonna allow you to get the best sleep.
Okay.
Right? Some people can't sleep on the back. Some people sleep on the side. But be aware that these things come with inherent problems, right? So, pillow placement is usually pretty important, right?
They said
especially as we get aged.
You want to sleep, and then I see that you're close like this, because then your hips will. It's okay. You want to sleep with the pillow maybe sometimes.
If I'm gonna sleep on my side, I sleep with the pillow between my legs and under my neck, and maybe a thin pillow under my waist. Mm-hmm. Right? Your waist, not your hip. Your waist.
Okay.
Because here is the soft part. So when you lay on your side, your spine sags towards the bed. Mm-hmm. So if you have a little pillow here, like a small neck pillow or some shit, or a towel or something, it'll support that so that your spine stays straight while you're sleeping.
Okay.
Right? So same thing with laying on your back. Some people are built a little different. Their hips move in a different position when they're relaxed, or because they have a big ass or whatever. Right? So placing the pillow to support your spine and your pelvis is whatever it's gonna be. Right? Pregnant lady's gonna have 50 million fucking pillows. Right? Like it's just different, right? Yeah. So, but it's like any other brace, really. Okay. So here in this extended position, your back is actually really straight. So that just tells me when you're standing, you're clenching and holding yourself in a particular loading pattern.
Okay.
So when you're doing that, do you have any kind of pain or restriction?
Nothing.
Okay. Pull again, let me see. Okay, so we do have one thing. So turn around real quick, face the other direction.
Grab it or no?
Yeah, grab it. Wide. Okay. So before you pull, I want you to just pull your shoulders down. And that's where we fail. So here you're pulling them together. All this is nice and tight, but here is what's missing. So we need to rotate out and pull down. Right? So here, try to lift your chest up. Okay, try this. So we have some restrictions in pulling. So your small muscles are working too hard, and your big muscles aren't working at all.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so this is causing some of these things. So for me here, we're gonna work on
the Tucker band.
I didn't invent the bands, but we're gonna show you how to use it properly. So here, okay, I keep it a little tight, and then I'm come up to this position,
Yeah, come like that.
And then here, so shrug. And then pull all this down. And then pull it out while keeping it down. And you may feel some pulling in the back, maybe up into the armpit a little bit.
Okay.
Right? So, but you want to work on shrugging all the way up and then pulling your shoulders all the way down before we start pulling the elbows towards the floor.
Like that? Or
however tight you need. So just once around is usually pretty good. So here, we'll do this. Yeah, fuck it, actually, that's probably, it might be okay for you right there.
there's another way you did it, huh?
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? So, I'm grabbing at the thumb. Right?
Oh.
So, and then palms up, and then grab the pen.
Okay.
Okay? What are you doing here? Like wrapping your thumbs. Okay, so palms up on top. Yep, just like that. Boom. Same on the other side. There you go. Perfect.
I'll go.
Good. So straight up. Okay? Now shrug really hard. Shrug. Shrug. Right? So this is just to get you to release. Shrug. That stretches all this down.
Like this.
And then right here, pull your shoulders down. Don't bend your arms yet. Pull your shoulders down. Yes. Down. Not together. Down. Down. Okay? So now, hold on. Continue. Okay? Straighten your arm out. Straighten your arms out. Good. So now we're down. Okay? So we were shrugging.
Yeah.
Right? So shrugging here. Shrug. Boom. Lift your shoulder to your ear. Uh-huh. So we have some lat restriction here. I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then pull down. Boom. Okay, so now keep this down here tight and pull the fucking band apart. Keep going. Keep going behind your head. Squeeze, keep the shoulders down. Good. And then back up real slow. Control. Control. Yeah, that shakiness, control it. Up real slow. And down. Yeah, we feel that lack of control through here, right?
You see the V though? Like that?
Yeah, so come up. So yeah, so you see how this rotation just happened right there, right? So keep that rotation down. Pull down. Remember how we did in the beginning, I want you to roll this way. So rotate both arms this direction. There. Pull. Down. Shoulder. Don't let it pop. Alright, you felt that pop?
Yeah.
Rotate, rotate, rotate. Same here. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Pull your head up so that you're not doing that. Pull your head up. Good. Now hold this. Hold this. 5 seconds. Rotate, rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start coming up. Slow, all the way up overhead. Got big imbalances in the between the rotator cuff and the lats. We got a big tug of war going on right in here. Okay.
Okay.
That's all right. We trained that motherfucker right out.
Damn.
Okay. So we know we got a shit ton of conversations. We got one more test for you. Okay. It's gonna be a push test.
Okay.
Okay. So let me see this. We're gonna do a push up.
Okay. Now?
Okay. Yeah, let me see push up wherever's good for you. Let me just see. Okay. Okay, relax. Relax, relax. Relax.
Okay.
Where do you feel that?
Let me see. I like right here.
Shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Right here in the shoulder? Okay. So part of this is because you're using your shoulder, okay? So, go back up into your push-up position. We're gonna correct some things.
Okay.
So a lot of people think that sagging your ass and having your body really flat is cool. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's flat, but in the wrong spots. Okay. So come up all the way. No, push-up position.
Okay.
On the up. Okay. So here, so we don't want to sag. I want you to actually crunch really hard, and then squeeze your butt forward. Tighten your thighs. So from the rib cage down, nice and flat, but fucking crunch hard.
Okay.
Okay? So really crunch hard, yes.
And then go down.
Uh-huh. So now try that. Okay. So again, stop here. So right here, we're gonna work this external rotation. Okay? So don't worry about the hands, but externally rotate the fucking shoulder. Okay, I don't care where your fucking hands are, but we're gonna roll this motherfucker out. Okay, like you're trying to push in, and then when you pull back, I want you to, when your body's up, I want you over. Come here. I want you to just tilt your weight forward. Crunch. Yes. Stop dipping your tongue. All right. Keep your chest crunched. Here, up.
Oh shit.
Okay, so yeah, harder than it looks, right? Okay, so here, I'm gonna demonstrate for you, okay? So here, just like in a bench press, my hands are forward, right? But my tension is rolled this way, right? So like you said, I mean, you kind of turned out quite a bit, but roll this out, crunch like this, but you see what I was trying to get at here is that here your weight is over your shoulders.
Okay.
Right? You see where my hands are? They're way out in front of me. I want to get here under my chest.
So your hands under your chest.
So I'm under my chest, right?
That's all.
Because where I want to go is pushing from under my chest. Here. This wire, this under wire right here.
That's right.
You want to push from here, not here.
Okay.
Here is your shoulder. Here is your chest, bro.
Okay.
Right? So push your weight over the top. Crunch. So your ass is way too low. Stick your ass in the air. Good. Crunch and push. Crunch more. Squeeze your tummy hard. Now push. Don't let the crunch come down. Don't wave up. Ass first. Yes, better. Now you feel your chest, right?
Shit. Yeah.
Now you feel your chest. Okay, so a lot of guys get on the bench and do push-ups and shit, and they never feel it in the chest because they're not working your fucking chest.
Okay.
I don't want to bench all day and never fucking feel a chest pump.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me? No.
Okay.
You should feel a fucking pump in your chest by the third fucking set.
What do you have a chair? Do you do the push-ups? When you do when you pull these up,
So pull or
Actually,
push? Push. So at the San Jose office, I have a Smith machine. So
Okay.
that has all the cables and pulleys and shit on that.
Nice.
So this is where I work the heavy deadlifts, heavy squats, right? And then because the office is upstairs, so it's on the second floor.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I'm dropping weight. But I got this Smith machine squat rack. So some early level kind of coordination stuff, we could work all this shit over there. And then when you really get to the point where like, man, I'm trying to beef out right now, like big time, then we'll come up here and work on the heavy shit.
Okay.
But I think for right now, man, like we can cover all of this shit in San Jose.
Okay.
Which is gonna be better for you, right?
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So yeah.
You can see over here.
So yeah, and that's the curl bar, right?
I want people will go like when you do when you have the dumbbells, right? Like this guy over here. Like they say, you want to have this when you lift up. You want to have it like that, and it'll build a fatter thing. But
yeah, so
Right.
so essentially, check it out, right? So
This.
so face this way, just so that I can Instruct it a little bit. Okay, so do your curl.
Yeah, like this.
Okay. So the more of the muscle we see, the more that's the muscle head that's gonna work, right? So a bicep is it has two heads.
Right.
Right? It has a short head and a long head. The long head goes way the fuck up into your shoulder. So it also does not just elbow flexion, but your bicep also does supination, which is turning your forearm this way, and it also does shoulder flexion, which is this way.
Okay.
Okay, so all three of those things have to happen to really work your bicep. But when you're not going to hit your bicep, it's standing like this.
Oh.
So, chest up. Rotate this out just like we were talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put your elbow in front of you. Okay, rotate, 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 rotate. Now you feel a big stretch in the bicep, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay? If you don't feel a stretch, we're not hitting it right.
Okay.
So you gotta feel a stretch, you gotta feel a struggle, you gotta feel a plump, right? So you gotta have a big stretch at the bottom,
and you go up,
and you gotta have a big fucking contraction at the top. So even at the top, right? So squeeze all the way up. Now don't just stop there. Squeeze that shit as closed as you can. Right? Don't compensate. We want to keep this turn and just bring that here. And then come down. Right? But the more we stay chest up, externally rotate, and keep your elbow like you're trying to rest it on your rib cage right here.
Okay.
Now go.
Oh! Oh.
Now you're in your bicep. Guess what? That's only 15 pounds. We don't need a lot of weight when we know what we're doing. Stimulate that shit. Roll the shoulder out. Shoulder, yes. Yeah, you see the difference between the arm and the shoulder now. Okay, so up hard and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then down slow. Control the movement. Big stretch. So actually flex your tricep and straighten the arm. Right? Keep this rolled out. But stretch. Straighten the arm out as much as you can. You feel that tension in the bicep. And then go again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze hard. And then down slow. We got tightness that we got to deal with. Okay? Right here. Hold your core tight. Hold your body straight. Okay, you're letting yourself hella fucking tilt out. So we gotta definitely work on core control. See, and then right here, we're winging.
Yeah.
We're winging right here, okay? So this is all too heavy for you. Big surprise, too heavy for you. So if we can't maintain this position here, it's too heavy.
That's
okay?
what people start off small, like 10 pounds.
Yeah, so here, put that down and get one of these little ones. And then so now roll your whole shit out, right? Roll this way, right? You see how you're not shrugging? It's down, right? So roll, 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 and squeeze hard, and then down slow. And when you squeeze up, I want you to squeeze and rotate your pinky this way hard. Okay? Stay rotated out though. Right? Stay rotated. Rotate. Yeah. Okay? Now, squeeze up and rotate your pinky in. So your bicep does supination. So if you try and turn really hard, you're gonna feel a fucking pain in your bicep.
Yep. Ah, I see.
Huh? Even with that little weight, what is that, 6 pounds or something? Right? So being in the right angle, stimulating the right contraction, knowing what the muscle does. So this is a crossover, right? So this is actually doing upper chest.
Really?
Right? So if you pull the bicep across. So don't just curl. Pull the bicep across your body. Then you're hitting this upper chest. A lot of people doing shit for the wrong reason. So come up, just like everything else. Come up, squeeze, and then down slow and have control. Don't swing. See? And you see how one movement feels a little less coordinated, right? So we gotta work on mentally controlling that angle and being nice and even. Control the joint.
Why do people go like this?
So when you shrug, it works this upper trap. But you see how we're caving in, right? So you gotta work on standing up, keeping this tight.
Okay. And when people go like this, it works this thing.
There's a row. Pulls on your backside.
Okay.
But it's different, right? So check it out. So bend over like that. Right? So we have to, first of all, we have to bend over more. Okay? Yes, so see here we get this big stretch. Right? Big stretch. And then pull back. Now, you see? We use all these little ass muscles. We didn't use this. You feel this, right?
Yeah.
Where are you flexing?
Yep.
Way up top. This is the problem with the pull-up. Okay? So before you pull up, don't bend your elbow. Pull your shoulder back. Here. Down. Yes. Down.
Oh, yeah.
Now right here, don't just pull your elbow back. Pull your elbow back as far as you can. And think about bringing the weight to your hip. Here. Pull this in. Yes. So big stretch, and big pull all the way across. Down. Stop hanging your head. Okay? So right here, look. Right here. Bend over. So I'm going to hold your elbow. Pull your elbow back as far as you can. Pull. Keep going. Okay? Good. Now here, I'm going to hold here. Bring the weight to your hip. So yeah, don't pull. Push this way. Push. Now you feel a difference in the engagement in the muscle?
Yeah.
Okay? So don't just pull back and shrug into your shoulder. Pull that shit down and back into your hip pocket. That's going to work the lower areas of your back, what you need. So we see this shit with the band. Check this shit out. We check this shit out with the band, okay? So yeah. So here, get a good stretch in, and then pull the elbow back. Keep your core tight so your body doesn't move. Pull your elbow back, and then feel what that feels like. And then with a straight arm, I want you to pull your shoulder down and pull back this way. And just, when you get here, hold it for 5 seconds.
Okay.
And you feel a whole different fucking muscle. Alright, so elbow first. So elbow straight back. Bend the elbow. Pull straight back. Right here. So pull the elbow back. Hold it right there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Okay? Yeah. So now pull it with a straight arm back. Straight arm.
Yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Good. So you see the differences in the muscle action,
Like
right?
that.
So here,
And then you go like this.
and then here. So it's much lower, right? So here, when you bend the elbow, it's higher, and inside here, and then when you pull with a straight arm, it's gonna be much lower down. See right here, flexed.
You feel it? You feel
Right.
it getting strong?
So here,
That's how you feel these.
Boom. Right, so you feel right here it's tight. Now straight arm. Here, you feel it? It's just starting. Okay? So you have some muscle.
For sure.
You're just not using it.
Ah.
Okay? So
well, how do you use it? Like
right now, how we're getting to figure
like
out how to activate that shit.
Straight?
Yeah, and hold it. Chest up.
You activate it by holding it?
So hold this shit up, pull it in, and hold it. 5 seconds. Relax. Good.
Oh, shit right here.
Okay, so that's the activation. So your lats and your rotator cuff and your chest all attached to your shoulder up here. Okay, so you got to work on not hunching down. Chest up. Shoulders down. Squeeze down. Shoulders down. Down. Okay, so we got to work on rotating this way and maintaining this as we pull back. Alright, so we don't want to let that roll forward. So pull down. Good. Rotate out. Rotate out. From the shoulder. There. Now, pull straight. Straight arm.
Ah, okay.
Alright. Let me see what time we